Mr. Okoth Ozwi, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, has come under severe attacks following his aborted trip to Uganda. Why did the government stop Ruto from travelling, and what do you read out of the incident?
Number one, the state would like to frustrate Deputy President William Ruto as much as possible and humiliating him by telling him to seek clearance from juniors in order to travel is the perfect method of delivering the message. The state would like to frustrate Ruto as a strategy of weakening him politically and sending a strong message to his allies that their leader is a nobody in Kenya. By demoralizing supporters, Ruto's political influence is also being undermined. The state is having a field day because if Ruto was this radical leader he claims to be, he could have called for his supporters to come out in the streets and protest against their leader's blatant humiliation by the government. Instead, Ruto sycophants like Sudi are simply making noise on social media within the comfort of their homes. This is not helping Ruto. It is exposing his underbelly. 2. By stopping Ruto from traveling, the state is reminding Ruto about who is in charge of the government, even though he, Ruto, is officially the deputy president. For the government, this is important because when Ruto is being frustrated, the message being sent to Raila's supporters is that Ruto has completely fallen out with the Kikuyu ruling class, and given that the Kikuyus are not grooming anyone for the seat of presidency, Raila Amolo Odinga is being prepared to be the next president with or without the Building Bridges initiative. Number 3, if there is any chance that you can be the next president of the Republic of Kenya, it is most likely that you will be treated with a lot of respect by the government. Secondly, if it is known to the government that you have supporters who can stop business as usual in Kenya, the government will treat you with respect, even if they have to steal elections which you have won. The problem with Ruto is that the ruling class has come to the conclusion that given his ruthlessness in plundering the Kenyan state, alleged political assassinations to eliminate his opponents, and his role in ruthlessly rigging 3 elections and 1 mini election, allowing him to take over the presidency will be risky. This is because the oligarchs are not sure that their stolen property will not be appropriated by Ruto if he ascends to power. Besides, Ruto is not selling himself as a member of the dynasty class, even though he got his wealth by associating with members of the dynasties. Under the circumstances, the state is sending a clear message to Ruto that they are not interested in him when it comes to who will occupy State House. 4. For the state to effectively take control of the election process, it must flex its muscles by stopping Ruto from traveling to Uganda, then using state intelligence to generate credible anti-Ruto propaganda that his Uganda trip had ill intentions. The state is making the statement that it is in charge of the situation. Information being circulated to expose Ruto's deals with the dictator Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, together with Ruto's own blunders in the media, are all working to convince the masses of the Kenyan people that Ruto is so dangerous to be allowed to become president of Kenya. From a political perspective, this is called demonization of the opponent to discredit him and make him lose support and sympathy from citizens who could be viewing him as a potential presidential candidate. Finally, when supporters are seeing their master openly being frustrated by a junior officer compared to the DP, they get demoralized. There is nothing Ruto can do to change the situation unless he has the power to mobilize supporters to the streets. This is the time when Ruto could have called on members of his Hustler movement to help him by sending a strong message to the government that he is not going to take intimidations and harassment lightly. But what is Ruto doing? He is attending press conferences and messing up and appearing on TV shows while paying MPs to attend meetings at his current home. This is not helping. If he has millions of supporters as he claims, he needs to mobilize them to threaten the government now. Otherwise, he should forget about the presidency and prepare to go to the opposition. As election draws to a close, Ruto will continue to be frustrated by the state as his opponent, Raila Amolo Odinga, continues to enjoy state support. Raila went through all this humiliation Ruto is going through. But the difference is that at some point, Raila Odinga supporters used to come out to show solidarity with their leader in the face of state harassment. Now, the question that has to be asked is this: where are Ruto's supporters in the face of their leader's humiliation and harassment by the Uhuru government? Where are they? Thank you.